Ah, Miss Benavides.
Mr. Shepherd.
Did you hear the news about good old General Dabo?
Nah.
You know Calc AB.
Yeah.
They renamed it after him. The Dabo legacy is secure.
Sure.
And all he had to do was derive.
Well, that's a lot less work.
We oughta give it a try.
Ha!
How you gonna get your BC through?
I guess I'm gonna finally have to teach you.
Really?
Talk less, study more,
Haha.
do whatever it takes to get a 3 on the college board.
Well, Turks and Khan ain't helping me.
Well, hate the math, love the teacher.
Benavides.
I'm sorry, Shep, I gotta go.
But
Grades are happening over summer.
two Dobbins and student 3 walk into a room, dynamic tree.
Oh.
They emerge with the integral, having open bounds that were previously closed.
Bros.
Student 3 emerges with unprecedented calculus power, an equation he can shape however he wants. The Dobbians emerge with the grade of a toddler. Now here's the piece de resistance. No one else is in the room where the math ends, the room where the math ends, the room where the math ends. No one else is in
The room where the math ends, the room where the math ends, the room where the math ends.
No one really knows how the equation's slayed, the art of the grade,
How the graph gets made.
We just
Assume that it happens.
But no one else is in the room where the math ends. Dabo claims.
Benavides was on college board's doorstep one day in distress and disarray.
Dabo claims.
Benavides said,
I have nowhere else to teach.
and basically forced me to teach AB.
Dabo claims.
I approached Miss Sang and said, I know you like her, but let's see what she's got to teach.
Dabo claims.
Well, I arranged the meeting. I arranged the limit, the AB, the BC.
But no one else is in the
The room where the math ends, the room where the math ends, the room where the math ends.
No one else is in
The room where the math ends, the room where the math ends, the room where the math ends.
No one really knows how the
Answer gets to X.
How is that established in
Every study sesh.
We just
Assume that it happens.
No one else is in the room where the math ends. Meanwhile, Forte grappling with the fact that not every angle can be acute or obtuse, man.
Meanwhile,
Dabo was fighting over where to put the integral. It's kinda crazy. The Miss Zhang approaches with the slopes of dy, and Miss V responds with a crazy world right.
Maybe we can solve one voodoo with another and get a cancel for the asymptote. In other terms,
oh no,
a quid pro quo.
I suppose.
Wouldn't you like the point a little closer to slope?
Actually, I don't.
Well, I propose it converges.
And you'll provide us our curve.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
Let's go.
No
One else is in the room where the math ends, the room where the math ends, the room where the math ends. No one else is in the room where the math ends, the room where the math ends, the room where the math ends.
My God, in God we trust, but we'll never really know what's the limit. Trace zoom where it happened. No one else is in the room where the math ends.
Approximate convergence.
What did they pay you to get you to teach calculus BC forever?
Trapezoidal Riemann sum.
Did Mrs. know about the limit? Was it L'Hopital's rule to make it harder?
Algebraic functions.
But did you know, even then, it doesn't matter if you take the reciprocal, cause we'll have the point. It's in the same spot.
Double root for the save.
And I wanted what I got. When you got a crazy world, you stay in the world. But you don't get a pass unless you stay in the world. Oh, you get A's for it, you get grit for it, you get nothing if you
procrastinate for an 8.
God help and forgive me. I wanna study something that's gonna outlive me.
What did you score, bro? What did you score, bro? If you pass for nothing, Shep, what did you score for? I wanna be in the room where the math ends, the room where the math ends. I wanna be in the room where the math ends, the room where the math ends.
I wanna be in the room where the math ends,
wanna be
where the math ends,
the room where the math ends. I wanna be in
the room where the math ends.
I wanna be in, I've got to be in the room, that big old room.
The arc of the tangent line.
Hold your pen and graph your lines.
We want the limits to save our grade.
But we don't get a 3 on the test today.
Dream of the final plot.
But we dream of a 5 for the most part.
Hard as a proof when it happens.
I've got to be in the room. I've got to be.
Where the math ends.
I've got to be. I've got to be in the room where the mappings. I gotta be, I wanna be in the room. Trace them.
Everywhere I go, they be like, ooh, so bad. Now, watch me break it down like 24 karat. What's that sound? Come on now. 24 karat, 24 karat magic. Don't fight the feeling, invite the feeling, just put your